honestly, I just like can't drum up the excitement to like sit down and do it. So I'm trying to do it now. But I've seen Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. It's coming out this weekend. Let's talk about it spoiler free. Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning concludes the thread set up in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning as Ethan Hunt and his crew try to stop the mysterious AI villain known as the Entity. I almost called it the AI Entity, but then I realized the name is the Entity. It takes them across the globe, doing all these kooky, crazy stunts, and yeah, the world as we know it hangs in the balance if they can't stop it, and they are on a ticking clock. I'm just going to be very honest, and I'm so sorry. I found this to be quite underwhelming, actually. It's still fun. I'm going to say this. I had fun, but it is very underwhelming, especially given that it is supposed to be the culmination of this decade spanning franchise. They're really leaning into that in the marketing, they're really leaning to that in the movie, and it just kind of fizzles. It's like it goes out with a whimper, not a bang. Going into it, I was like, they didn't really tease a lot of big action set pieces like they did with the first one. I feel like we saw so much from the first one and like behind the scenes. And then I realized, like, as the movie was coming to a close, oh, we're not seeing a lot of set pieces because there aren't a lot of set pieces. Not a lot happens. There's two major set pieces that are featured in the trailers, one underwater, one in the sky, and those are amazing. They are I don't even know how long. They are tense, they are well executed, they are silly but also like very stressful, very action packed, thrilling, fun. I think those set pieces are such a testament to stunt work and the craft of stunting. Like, that's such a craft, and to be able to pull it off as practically as possible is truly a wonder. I think it's an achievement there. I think one of the big issues with the film is it feels like they filmed those stunts and then they built the movie around it. This movie is very aimless. It feels a bit all over the place. A lot of the plot stuff kind of feels a little like an afterthought. The whole first hour is exposition. We are getting exposition dumps on exposition dumps, and it's exhausting. Also, with those exposition dumps are just constant flashbacks. The movie opens with like a montage from the whole series, and I was like, okay, I get it. That's nice. And they keep doing it. Like, this isn't a spoiler. Pom Clementi, she's in Dead Reckoning Part 1. She shows up at the beginning of the movie, and they immediately cut to a flashback from the last movie to explain, like, her role in this. There's another character from an earlier one, and every time he's mentioned, they show the clip he's mentioned in. They repeatedly mention the sunken submarine from Dead Reckoning, and every time they mention the submarine, they show the same clip, not even just different clips of it. They show the same clip of the submarine exploding and sinking over and over and over again. Like, they do this so much throughout the movie, and it's like really prevalent. It's like extra prevalent in the first hour, and it almost feels like they don't trust the audience. And I get it, like, media literacy is in a crisis. Moviegoers are not like piecing things together, but it really feels like they don't trust the audience to like remember these things and put these things together. And I'm a little shocked by that, especially because I think most of the people who are going to this movie are going to be like fans of the franchise, right? Like, they will have seen it, they will have rewatched. It feels like they're really trying to reel in like first timers, but I don't know that that would work, especially given like this is the eighth film in a decades long franchise, you know? It just takes way too long, and like not a lot happens. We're just like talking in circles and over explaining things. I think my big standout in the cast is Simon Pegg. I think he's terrific. He brings a lot of heart and levity to it without overdoing it. He really does some fine work in this. I think his character really gets to shine. Tramel Tillman is also my MVP. He doesn't have a lot to do, but he is like the epitome of that meme, right? Time at the club, impact at the club. He knows exactly what he's going for. He knows exactly the tone of this movie, and he delivers. He chews up every line. He does it so well. Which kind of brings me to my next gripe with this movie. Tonally, this movie is a mess. I know the other Mission Impossibles get a little goofy. I don't know, like something about it just felt off. Again, it kind of felt like they were making it up as they went along. So yeah, I don't know. It feels almost scaled back in its action compared to the first one. It like really wants to like get you in on the nostalgia and really wants it to be like this emotional send off, and it really fizzles on that front. It does not need to be almost 3 hours long. I could not believe this clocked in at like 2 hours and 50 minutes. That first hour is so sluggish. I felt like every minute. Once we get into the second half, it does start to take off a bit more and it does start to move quicker, and I did have more fun with it. And again, like to my earlier point, despite being underwhelmed, it is fun. It is like a summer blockbuster film. I don't think it's a bad time at the movies. I don't think it's a train wreck. I just think it's fine. And it's a bummer to me because especially like the last few installments were dazzling. They were great action films. Yeah, I'm bummed, but what can you do? They can't all be hits. My only request now is like I want Tom Cruise's next like 4 films to be like a single location drama or something, because he stresses me out. I get very stressed watching these movies because I know that's actually him, and like again, a testament to the stunt work, but it makes me so anxious. Anyway, I ended up giving this 3 stars. You don't have to rush out and see it. It's not the must-see movie event of the summer. It's nowhere near my top 10, but it's not a bad time at the movies. I think it's like a perfectly fine way to spend some time at the movies. I think if you're a fan of the series, you are going to really like it. I think it's a bit manipulative in terms of how it's trying to drum up the nostalgia, but I do think good outweighs the bad for hardcore fans, you know? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you do all the things you're supposed to do with the YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me everywhere, because I do movie reviews, TV reviews, top 10 lists. We do it all here. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!